Equity Market Update, September 2021. Indian equities trended higher in September 2021, with Nifty 50 and S&P BSE Sensex ending the month on a new high and at approximately 2.8% higher compared to last month, outperforming most major equity indices. The gains in equities were driven by healthy FPI and DII flows, relief measures announced for telecom companies, steady improvement in vaccination, lower COVID-19 cases, positive development on setting up Bad Bank, rising coal and gas prices, etc. However, this was partly offset by risk of sentiments due to slowing China growth, concerns over health of select China property developers and its possible implications, relatively hawkish FOMC, etc. Large caps underperformed mid caps and small caps during the month. Sectoral performances were mixed, with utilities, oil and gas, auto and capital goods outperforming while metal, healthcare and IT underperforming. Global equities performance was muted, with most major indices in US and Europe ending the month in negative, while Japan and Shanghai ended in positive. FPI's bought net equity worth $1.8 billion in September 2021, vis-a-vis net buyer of $0.3 billion in August 2021. On a cumulative basis, FPI's flows have been relatively muted in H1 FY22 and have recorded net inflows of $1.2 billion vis-a-vis net inflows of $10.2 billion in the same period last year. Characteristics of equity markets in CY21. Broad-based equity rally in CY21. The strong equity market returns over the past 1.5 years, despite being a COVID-19 impacted year, has surprised many, but should be viewed in the context that Nifty 50 returns over the past 15 years are still largely in line with nominal GDP growth. Notably, this rise has been broad-based compared to movements seen during 3 years prior. This is reflected in the fact that top 5 stocks accounted for bulk of the returns during CY18 to CY20. However, share of top 5 stocks reduced considerably in 9 MCY21, reflecting broadening rally, which is generally favorable for active fund management. Rising retail participation. Over the past 1.5 years, there was a sharp increase in non-institutional activity in equity markets, indicating the rising participation of retail investors. However, it is trending downward in recent times. Interestingly, the intra-settlement trading as a percentage of cash volume has also risen sharply over the past few months and is now near all-time highs. In the past, heightened non-institutional activity has been followed by moderate market returns. Narrowing pockets of undervaluation. While valuations in select pockets still remains below long-term averages, the gap has reduced considerably in recent times. Outlook. As on 30th September 2021, the Nifty 50 was trading near 21.4x FY23 E-price to earning ratio. While price to earning multiple is relatively high, it could be considered reasonable in view of the low interest rate environment and healthy corporate earnings outlook. Further, ratio of India's market cap to GDP based on CY22 GDP has now crossed 100%. Indicating narrowing pocket of undervaluations. Further, the gap between 10-year GSEC and 1-year forward Nifty 50 earning yield touched 1.9%, close to its long-term average of 1.7%. Thus, most indicators are hinting that markets are near fairly valued, in our view. Moreover, in past 1.5 years, Nifty 50 returns have improved at fast pace, and now its 15-year CAGR returns are closer to nominal GDP growth during the same period. Going forward, we expect returns from equities over medium to long term should be in line with overall economic growth. Further, corporate earnings growth is likely to track nominal GDP growth from FY23 onwards after seeing a robust improvement in FY22. In view of the above, while markets hold promise over the medium to long term, one should moderate return expectations in line with the expected growth in nominal GDP. we remain optimistic on the economy and equity markets over the medium to long term, given the fall in COVID-19 cases and relaxations in restrictions, easy financial conditions and low cost of capital, comfortable external sector, supportive monetary and fiscal policies, likely improvement in corporate profitability, healthy GST collections, etc. Resurgence of spread of COVID-19, spillover of China real estate stress to global market, premature unwinding of fiscal and monetary stimulus, sharp increase in US yields, rising energy prices resulting in global inflation, higher than expected NPAs, etc. are key risks in the near term. Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.